What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are at our Orange County yard and we have a few post-storm repairs that need to be made here. First off, we have this truck here, which this big center pin that holds the plow together fell out, and unfortunately it has a little bolt that goes in right there which snapped inside the hole, so we have to bring tools up here in order to get that bolt out. We do have the pin and a new bolt and everything sitting in storage here, so we need to get that out and then we can repair this. We just don't have the tools here to do it, so we're gonna have to bring them up one day and get that taken care of. Moving on inside, our 4300 has a low volt light and a check engine light, which is probably for the same thing. And turns out the alternator is fried. We looked at it, it's all cooked inside. There's actually even like rocks and gravel thrown up in it. So we ordered an alternator, we gotta wait on that, and then we can replace that. But also while we were here, we noticed hydraulic fluid on the ground here, which is why there's speedy dry everywhere. But this pump here, or this motor for the auger, is leaking right inside here. There's probably a seal that is bad. I don't know, it just dripped. I don't know if you caught that, but obviously we have to replace that, and there's actually no hydraulic fluid in the tank. So once we replace that, we'll fill it. We do have hydraulic fluid right here, so that's no big deal. We just got to get the parts. And then on our F600, the curb guard on the driver's side fell off during the storm. The bolts must have backed out, and it is somewhere in a snow pile on the side of the street. So we picked up a new one, which you actually get a set, you get both sides. And we didn't realize that the plow was going to be worn down this much, or the blade would be. So you can see here, there's only about an inch left, and the new curb guard is about an inch and a half bigger than what we have left here. So we have to get a centerpiece plow blade for this. We didn't get that, we only got the two curb guards. So we got to get that, and then we'll replace this. But this plow only worked one snowstorm, and that's how far it's worn down. So we are looking into getting a winter cutting edge for this blade. We cannot be changing plow blades after every storm. That is just crazy. And the fact that a regular steel blade will wear down this much in one storm is insane. So hopefully we can get a winter edge for this quick and solve this issue. But we are going to get a new regular steel cutting edge and throw it on here. That way, for the next storm, he has a plow to use. So in the back of our shop here, we have the front plow off of Kevin's truck, off the Chevy dump truck that we have. We took this off yesterday and drove that truck down to our main shop so Rodrigo can wash it for us. We have to get down there and run it to the dealer. They have an update for the electronic four-wheel drive, so we're gonna drop it off there, let them install the update, and then we can pick it up, and hopefully that solves the problem with that four-wheel drive. Kevin used it during the storm and had no issue, but it is temperamental. Sometimes it won't work, sometimes it does. So hopefully this fixes it. But we have my father's car here, I have my truck right here. We're about to hop in these, head down to our main shop, and then we're gonna run that dump truck down to the dealer. All right, guys, so we are down at our main shop here. Rodrigo pulled this truck in that one of our guys had to hop in. This is Rodrigo's old truck. It was supposed to be a spare, but the four-wheel drive issue on our Chevys caused that driver to hop in this truck, but the plow blade was worn down pretty much to the plow here. So he's flipping that blade for the next storm. Me and Kevin just grabbed a couple shovels here and a bar. There is a catch basin out on one of the streets that we plowed that got knocked off with the plow. So we got to go back out there and set it back on. I have a text message in my phone where that is, so let's head out there and see what's going on. All right, guys, so we got the curb piece set back in, berm pushed back in. We will end up having to replace this berm. That is one thing that we have to do after every season. Usually the homeowners will call where there is broken berm, and then the village sends us a list and we go around and replace all of the blacktop that is broken, or usually it's laying in their yard from the plows hitting it. It is a pretty common thing that happens. So I'm sure we'll get a call here, but we're gonna go grab lunch and head back to our shop. Come on, air. Oh, nice. It still says low air though. Oh, it's starting to go out. There we go. Low air again. That's why I try not to hit the brake pedal. All right, guys, so we just pulled this truck in. You might have seen it in the parking lot without any plows on it. And you might remember, I believe last year, we had this truck completely sandblasted and repainted. But one thing that we didn't notice before we did that was that this is cracked here and it's cracked here. And you can see down in the corner here and here, it's also cracked. I don't know how well this camera's picking it up. So today is the day that we're going to try and repair it. We got to try and put a ratchet strap on there and pull the bottom over and straighten it up. We're going to use a wire wheel and clean up the paint off there and then weld it back together, and then we'll have to get some paint and repaint it. But that's the reason why we haven't put the plows on this, because we have to repair it before we throw a plow on there to make sure that it is strong enough to handle it.
Let's go.
All right, guys, so this truck is all done. We got the cracks all welded and repainted, so we can pretty much throw these plows on and get this truck ready to plow some snow. We are currently chasing a 1/4 inch airline that is leaking under the truck. It's just kind of sticking down, and we don't really know what it is supposed to go to. So they're gonna look at that for a little bit. Hopefully we can figure that out. If not, we'll just plug it, and then while we're using this truck, when we find out something doesn't work, then obviously we know what it is for. This truck, Rodrigo has the hood open because we just realized that there's no horn on it. He went to hit his horn and nothing worked, and we looked at my truck and where the horn would be. This one doesn't have one, so we got to get one on that. And then he also changed the motor on the spinner here, which was leaking. And then I put these new mud flaps. We had these old ones that are not very nice. We had them here, so we just threw them on temporarily, but we threw them on along with these brackets that basically just stop the mud flap from going backwards. I forget what exactly they're called. They're like no-fly brackets or something like that. We did them on both sides, so this truck is pretty much done. We just got to figure out the horn, but Rodrigo ended up really liking this truck in the storm, and it worked great for him. He didn't even have to use four-wheel drive at all. So this is a great plow truck for us. Tomorrow we will be back up in Orange County. We're gonna go to our Dutchess yard first and pull one of the motors off. It's the same motor that we have on here. We need one of these for that truck upstate. We have one at our Dutchess yard. So me and Kevin are gonna go there in the morning, pull one off, and then we're gonna meet Rodrigo at our Orange County yard and take care of a few things there. But that is gonna wrap it up for this one. If you guys have any questions or comments, definitely leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time. Peace.